I absolutely love chatting to people who are free thinkers and who are also not afraid to speak. And my next guest, Chad Nolan, musician, singer, songwriter, is definitely one of those people. And I had a tremendous conversation with him. We chatted about not only about his new music, which is available right now on all platforms, but also with regards to the controversy in the Olympics. Chatted about his favorite swear words and the most important swear words to him. We chatted about his journey that ultimately led him to finally record his new album, and also him making the decision to actually change his image and potentially cutting his hair. So you don't want to miss this one. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to enjoy this one too. So let's go. Let's go.
What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out? What you doing out? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? We in these streets.
Hang on, that would mean something to them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm like, let's not make that slip here. But they say it to each other.
But they are.
They're from America.
But they are black.
Yes.
But that's fine.
But I'm not black.
So?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying like. I'm not saying so as in so. Like, you have mixed race, so that doesn't mean you can't use it.
I'll just play it safe rather, because yeah. If I go any lighter, then it will be considered racism.
Oh my God! I mean, look at you know the rapper Logic.
Yeah.
If you see now what he looks like.
Yeah, and he uses.
But he's black. Because his father, I think his father's black. I've seen an interview with his father. His father's black. I mean,
he's black in the same way that Mariah Carey's black.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
think he's a little bit more black because his father. I think her father is Venezuelan. So I don't know. But like, look, it's not. I don't use that word, especially in music. I don't use that word.
Yeah. The problem is that like in today's time, you don't know what's like politically correct anymore. Like you
can't even say anything. You can't even call somebody a he or she.
Yeah, like
you can't.
Precisely like the controversy with the Olympics.
Yeah,
like boxing.
Bro, like I'm getting more and more intel now. Like more and more shit's coming out. Like first it's like, no, it's this transgender athlete. He transitioned to a woman, and
yes.
Now I'm finding out. Wait, she was born a woman.
She was born a woman. Yeah, she's a biological woman.
So what the fuck is the problem? I don't understand.
There is now no more problem. There shouldn't be a problem,
yeah,
because if she's a biological woman, then fuck it.
Exactly.
When I saw her face, then I was like, that's a man.
Because of the way that her hair mostly, right?
Yeah, and the face and everything, it just looks very manly. And I was like, and it made the news, so I also just assumed this person was a man.
Yeah.
And then transitioned.
But my thing with media is always like, first of all, don't believe the first thing you read. Because a lot of the stuff is clickbait, a lot of the stuff just wants a reaction out of you. And I'll always like first wait. Before I say anything, I just wait. Because more intel's like always gonna come out. I'll wait. And then I'll look what happened. But I don't know, like, why would you say this is a man if this person is not a man?
Because she failed that gender test thing.
What is it?
With the X and Y chromosome thing. And she failed it last year.
But what is the requirement for that thing? I don't understand.
I don't know.
How do you fail? Wait, what chromosome does she has?
I don't know, it was some XY. I don't know. I didn't really see
That's
it on
wild. Like 50, like I was on Instagram this morning, or just before you came. And you know, like 50's crazy. So 50 posts like, wait, I want to get the exact thing. I don't want to fuck it up. I want to quote 50. Because people going to come after me out here in these doggone streets. But that's just so funny, like what he's saying. And it's kind of true. Because now all the information is coming out now.
Yeah. No, I just
see what 50 Cent says.
I just reserve comment for things that I know about.
Yeah.
So if I don't know about this thing in detail, I will rather not speak of it.
How my big. It's like, there's this photo. See this photo here? With the caption, I've never been to eat so hard in my life. And then 50 writes there, see there?
What is it? Mormon.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, 50 says, he hit me, broke my nose, man. Damn, if a bitch hit me that hard, I'ma say it was a man too. 50 crazy, 50 wild.
Yeah, as a man, if a woman breaks your nose, you'll just be like, actually.
It was a transgender,
Yeah, it's a transgender, actually a man.
It's wild, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. These three are so wild. But she's from Algeria, right?
Algeria.
Yeah.
Yeah, Algeria. But also,
Same thing.
But also, to be honest, if I can be quite frank, it's like, I don't care.
Yeah, like, look.
It doesn't change my life.
Okay.
I mean, if she's a biological woman and she trained and she won in 48 seconds, then
I don't. Oh, it was a verbal submission. She just gave up after the first few seconds, and she's like, "Nah, fuck it. This is too hard, son. This is too hard."
broken in one shot. We're like, I've had enough. Thank you. Good night.
But the same thing happened with Carter Semenya. Remember, they also had these allegations. Oh, she's a man, but she was born a woman. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. What is this gender test? And well, okay, I get it. Men shouldn't compete with women. Women shouldn't compete with men. They should have their own separate categories. I'm not all for this. These men going up against women and taking their spot, and because I mean, imagine you're a woman, right? You train your ass off for your whole life for this Olympics, and then all of a sudden, this guy who's in essence a loser, he can't compete with the men.
So
and he comes and transgenders to a woman, and then all of a sudden,
and suddenly
he's a star.
Yeah.
I mean, is a star,
Yeah.
and he dominates, and he takes these spots, their money, their sponsorships, their scholarships, their everything that would have gone to the woman who came in second or third, and now.
Precisely. It's like, in certain sports, there has to be segregation. There has to be a separation.
Especially
and
physical sports.
In other sports, not so much.
Yeah.
For example, motor racing. Women compete against men as well.
Oh,
they do. There is a series where just women race, which I love that for them, because back in the day before that was created for them, women used to compete against the men. But now, I'm sorry, but like every woman that has ever competed against men, I watched Formula 1. Okay, there hasn't been one in Formula 1 since forever.
For a long time.
But in Formula 2, there was one.
Okay.
Formula 3, these are the junior categories before you get Formula 1. IndyCar, there's been one. And I have never, ever, ever seen a woman win or get to third or like score a point, or like they just lost or like close to lost.
Wow.
And there is one girl now, though, Jamie Chadwick.
Okay.
She's a British woman. And she, so you get IndyCar, right? IndyCar is like the F1 of America.
Yes,
so to
yes,
say.
yes.
And like in F1, you get Formula 1, you get Formula 2, which is a step below that.
Yes.
Now IndyCar, you have a step below IndyCar as well. That's IndyCar next or whatever. I don't know what the correct.
No,
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
it's
know
like,
you get it like a league below that.
So there's like the junior people before
Okay.
they get to IndyCar. And she was the first woman to win a race for that.
Wow.
Against men
Against
as well.
men.
Yeah.
That's
so
wild.
in that aspect, segregation is not really necessary, because motor racing, although it is like a physical sport, it's not as physical as it used to be, because there's like the cars aren't really that heavy. Even if they don't, the power steering is not really heavy to turn the car and whatnot. But in other sports, for example, rugby,
Oh yeah.
we cannot. And this one,
Even soccer, bro.
I have seen this before. I have seen a club, Cape Town club, rugby club, play against the national rugby team for this country.
No way.
Yes.
See, that actually happened.
Yes,
It was like a friendly
it was
exhibition.
it was a friend of mine that played for this club, and I went out of sheer curiosity. I'm like, let me see, because the girls called them up. And
The
said,
girls?
like, we can take you on or
Wow.
whatever. They didn't even finish the game. They blew the game off early, and it was a massacre. It was.
Wow.
It was a lot of points. No, I don't even remember what it was,
Wow.
but it was just like, and I'm like, this is the exact point.
Yeah.
Like we need to understand that, like, what does equality mean?
Yeah.
What is equality?
Like, it's a different thing. Let's say there was a boxing match, for instance, and the one is a transgender athlete, and the other one is a woman, and the woman says, you know what, like, it's okay, I understand the risk, I still want to fight, I want to beat this person up. Different story. But don't like do this, Kak. Like, especially like these times when you don't even tell the other women or the other athletes that you are transgendered, and they just say it's a they just say, no, I didn't want to tell you because it's a medical condition, or, you know, like, everybody needs to be aware. Everybody needs to give proper consent and understand the risks and the dangers. Because I mean, if it's fighting, you can literally kill somebody.
Yep.
Literally.
You can literally kill somebody.
Or change somebody's life with one punch. That's fucked up, bro.
Also, like, what I was thinking about the other day is, like, fine, this boxing incident, everyone assumed it was a man.
Everyone's up.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is an outrage.
Yeah, let's get the pitchforks and the torches. So everyone assumed it was a man who transitioned into a woman, and now this man is now in a woman's sport.
Yeah.
If the roles were reversed, say it was a woman who transitioned into a man and then competed or tried to compete with the men.
With the men, yeah.
And then, obviously, because she's not a biological woman, a biological man, sorry, chances are he'd get beaten the crap out of him.
That's very high.
Would there be sympathy the other way around?
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's something I genuinely. It's not my opinion. I'm
They'll
genuinely
go
asking.
They'll go after the man. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, like you.
How dare you
Deep
beat up
down,
a woman?
you knew.
For me, let's say I'm a boxer and then I know I'm gonna fight against a biological woman. I'm gonna take that fight.
Like, I would be uncomfortable.
There's no fucking way I'm taking that fight. And if somebody did take that fight, right, you as a man, you're not gonna go as hard as you would, because you know. So you're gonna hold back.
Then you're gonna get beaten up, and then the whole world will know that a woman beat you up.
You know, it's a lose-lose
It's a
for the
lose.
guy.
You cannot. It's like you beat him, they.
Yeah.
That one. You beat them, and then it's like, obviously you're gonna beat him. You were a biological man.
Exactly.
And if you lose, they'll be like, bruh.
You know, like,
What?
it's a lose-lose. Like, just stay out of that. I don't know. It's wild, man.
Also, this is light-hearted conversation. I don't want to get cancelled.
Yeah, bro. Like, where have you been? Like, this is the second time you've been in these streets, right?
This is the second time. When was the last time, first time?
A while back. I can't even remember when, bro. But it's been a while.
It was a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when everything was in the process of being. I use the word process, like it's a straightforward thing, but it was. In my head, the process was like a maze.
A process? Are you referring to process
making
of
the music and all that
Because
stuff.
I remember we spoke about you creating an album, and it was supposed to come out that December.
Yes. And then everything, like we're going there, and then, and then, okay, we will turn and we'll try and pivot and adjust, and then, okay, let's set it for this day, and then, something would happen. And I'm like, you know what, like, for the love of the Lord,
okay,
give me a break.
But what happened? Why were there so many pivots and?
It's just a whole lot of like technical stuff, because we understood like the task that we took on. Like, we also had to learn a lot along the way. So like we would cram my poor cousin Johnny, if he's watching, I feel so sorry for you.
Johnny African.
Yeah,
shout out to Johnny.
But he was like, as we would work, he would like learn new things, and then we would be like, okay, now the song is like, it sounds good, it sounds like done, and then you would learn like new stuff, and it'd be like, actually, you know, if I use this, it will make shit pop a bit more, and I'm like, okay, then I'm just like all the time, I'm like, go for it, Mike, I go for it. Meanwhile, Chad is busy with like thinking of concepts for like the cover arts, and if I'm gonna do a video, what's my idea for a video, and writing new music and making sure the other songs that I want to release after I released Waiting are in line. And making that choice. I don't know how artists do it. I was seconds away from being like,
What do you mean? What's going on?
like making the decision of like, this is my single. This is the next one. This is the next one.
Oh, your song selection.
Yeah, the song
what comes out.
Exactly. And I'm like, at some point I was just like, because Johnny was every time he's like, okay, after Waiting, what we're going to do next? And then we got what we're going to do next. Okay, what's next after the second song? Okay, third song. And I'm like, but yeah, the third song, what's going to be the third song?
How do you create? Do you create like a whole bunch of songs and then select from them where goes what, or do you make a song and then decide, okay, this is number one, and then make a song for number two? Or how do you normally work?
I create in bulk.
Okay.
Like I get the idea of like where I want to go, as a collective piece of art, so to say. And then I kind of like write around that and compose around that, and then like Waiting is the first single that got released. From there,
Yesterday, available on Spotify and everywhere
yesterday. But I knew in my heart of hearts when I wrote that one, which by the way, it did not sound like that at first. It was a completely different song. Like
Really?
I literally, the concept was the same, but
What is it? Okay.
I just thought I could do better. Like I just was,
Oh.
because I was
I
writing
thought there
so.
was room for improvement.
Yeah, because I wrote that song, which wasn't even called Waiting first. I even forgot the previous title. But I wrote that first, and then I wrote so many other songs after that. And then, like, it's sort of like the quality just kept improving, and like, you know, I was trying new things and figuring new things out, and I'm like, I hear the song, but like it needs something more. And then when I finished reworking that song, I knew definitely that was the first one. This is the single I'm releasing first. I knew that, sorted. But what Chad didn't think of, what was step number 2, step number 3. So I had to sit with myself, and at some point I was just like, cut the names of the album, put them in a hat, and I will draw which one will be the, right, here we go, number 2. But no, I actually did actively sit and think about it now.
Okay.
And I do have a plan.
Okay.
So I'm not running around like a headless chicken anymore. But yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. And Waiting, I feel like it's been, God. Like I remember Devil's Lipstick was like one of my latest songs, and it was like 5 years ago now.
Is it 5 years already?
5 years, 2019.
I listened to that the other day, actually, a few months ago. When was it? I'd say about 2-3 months ago I listened to that song, yeah. Yeah, Devil's Lipstick. I remember that song. Yeah.
What the heck is this? Yes.
Mike, it's not science, bro.
Oh, there we go. It's advanced bottle caps. What happened to twisting something off? My goodness, why do we make life so complicated for ourselves?
When you said you were creating Waiting, right?
Yes.
I've obviously listened to it yesterday when you sent me the link.
Thank you.
I listened to it this morning as well before I went on my run. I wanted to understand something.
Yes, Forrest Gump.
Eh?
Who runs for 30 kilometers? That's honestly.
35, respectfully.
Sorry, 35.
Respectfully. There's a major difference between 30 and 35, my
If
friend.
I attempted to run 5 kilometers, I would probably need the ambulance. No, I'm lying. I'm not that.
But when you say it needed something more, like what did it sound like before, and what compared to what it sounds like now?
That is a beautiful question,
Thank
because
you.
I don't even remember what it sounds
Oh my
like.
gosh.
It was that long ago, because this has
Really?
been a project that has literally been coming on years now. It wasn't like the start of this year I said, I'm going to write an album, write songs, and then release it.
When did you write Waiting?
Waiting, COVID.
Whoa.
It started there.
So we've been waiting for Waiting since Waiting.
Since it's been a whole soccer World Cup. Since
and Olympics.
and Olympics and rugby world, everything in that gap.
Wow, that's wild.
But yeah, I don't know. I really struggle. Johnny would know. Johnny would know what the song was called before, what it sounded like before.
So you recorded it back then also?
I recorded it.
And now so you
edited it.
changed it as well. Oh
Yeah.
wow! I thought it like you just had a draft of a song, but you didn't record it yet, and then
Yeah, no, we
so you
recorded.
actually wow.
And it was there, and I was just like, it's the because we have this thing of where it's never too late to like, to make a change
Make
to something,
changes.
because like sometimes you get so. There is obviously that line of fiddling too much with a song when it's
yeah,
actually done,
yeah.
but it wasn't that, man. It was like there was something missing, and I just couldn't place my finger on it. And credit to Johnny. He's the more producer kind of inclined person in this team. I'm the creative guy. It's like I'm like I'll press a few notes and put like a beat in there and whatever, and then Johnny makes it sound nice, basically. And I had the intro of the song,
Okay.
the little cutting part in the music.
Yes.
I had the idea in my head, and I tried to explain it to him. Sorry, I tried to explain it to him, and he's looking at me. And he's like, "What? What are you trying to achieve here?" And I'm like I wanted to sound like this, and I wanted to be like kind of glitchy, and I couldn't put it into words of what I wanted. But we sat, and we fiddled, and we tried everything, and eventually we got it to sound like that. And I'm like, there we go. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted it to sound like. And all of the songs that are gonna follow went through that same process.
Okay.
Of us, like, I have a concept, I have an idea in my head. I just do not know how to tell you. Like, I need to find a way to verbalize.
Yeah.
Like,
How do I articulate?
yeah,
this,
how
this
do
vision?
I?
This vision, yeah.
And luckily, we are very patient with each other. And he would just try things, and I would listen, and I would be like, okay, well, let's try this thing. Let's try this thing. It's been a whole lot of trial and error. But eventually, the landing stuck.
Okay. I have an idea, but I want to ask you from the horse's mouth. What is the song about? What is Waiting actually about? Because it's kind of cryptic as well.
Yes.
Because you're not saying too much either.
It is open to interpretation, but I do have my own personal meaning behind it, which is not. If people were to listen to it, it's probably like not what they would get from the song, and I that's fine, because I do mean it in a broader sense, and what I mean of the song of Waiting is like if you listen to the lyrics and stuff, it's about sometimes being too scared to like take a chance on something, something that you want.
So it's not a woman.
In my case, no. It's not about. It's actually the music is actually, the song is actually about my music.
Okay.
It's about like sometimes the thing you want wants you, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
And like, I've always been, for these last few years now, while making these songs, and like I would struggle with like self-confidence, and I would struggle with, is this good enough? It's like questioning myself, left, right, center, anxiety, etc. All these things went on in my head, and like sometimes you just need to. Sometimes the career you want wants you. Maybe they want an artist like you out there, and that song is just about that. Like just, I've been waiting
Okay.
for something to stop me, right? But I have a feeling now that like I'm really meant to do this.
Okay.
Like it's really meant for me. A lot of people listen to the lyrics and interpret that in a relationship term.
Okay.
Like you see this girl and you think like there's no way that she would go for me or
Yeah.
whatever. And until you decide to take a leap and be brave and grow a set, and then you realize actually she was checking you out, and you know she was like
'Cause
interested.
I thought it was about a person because you speak about dreaming. Like I can't remember the exact line that you use, but you talk about seeing this. We are like this in my dream, something like that. So I think it's like maybe you're dreaming about how you two are together, but it's just not connecting. It's not happening because
That was
not making the move.
that was the intention of the interpretation. Look, what it's kind of a mix of having people understand me,
Okay.
and also being able to relate to the song on their own terms. So that line, we've been like this, but only in my dreams.
Yeah.
In that line, you can take that and like it could be meant as like another person.
Yeah.
But in my case specifically, it's about
Literally your team.
we've been like this. I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to my future self.
A human self.
Like you know that visualization thing that you
Yeah.
got going is like I exist there, but like only there. And this song just speaks about the fact that it is an actual possibility, like it is achievable. If you just take a brave pull and decide to jump and do something about it. But I like that. I like the fact that people can interpret it in various ways, because I don't like these songs that are like, this is what the song's about. This is what it's like, black and white. There we go.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like
It's 'cause
I like to stimulate the people's minds and
and
things.
there's mystery to it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay. So it's not about because when I heard like the lyrics, I had this idea it's about a woman. Cause I know like the other song you sent me that we worked on, I was like, man, this guy gotta be picking better bitches, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this guy's bitch selection is wild, man. Like, I need to have a talk with this guy. Like,
Hey, what? The Waiting as well is also sort of loosely based on a friend of mine.
oh damn it, oh damn it.
It's like, for God's sake, can you just take the leap? You clearly like each other. Have you watched The Office before? The Office with
Are you talking about the series?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Michael.
Michael Scott, right?
Yeah,
So
I love that show. Oh my
so
gosh.
Pam and Jim.
Yes.
That Waiting was written for them. Those assholes wasted my life. Honestly, you could like both of them like each other, and I'm like, yo, can you please? So it's sort of like if the office would like to give me a call, use the song by all means. But yeah, it's sort of like that. The song that we working on as well,
Yeah.
also based on a friend of mine,
Yeah, because when I heard this song, I
and
was
it's a
like,
female friend of mine though.
is it?
So I'm singing to her like,
Whoa, I thought it was a guy.
no, like so I'm singing to her like, you are. We're spoiling this song for these people.
Wait,
Like,
wait.
yeah,
wait.
but I like just that was the concept,
Okay.
the idea, and then like I just pivoted it. So when
I
you
thought it was a guy.
told me, like when you asked me, is this what the song's about? And then
Yeah.
I said like to a point it is.
Yeah.
Because it is, again, it can be interpreted as that. But yeah, it was intended to be written about this friend of mine who was in the situation. But then, like, I put myself in it, man. So it is, like, from a guy's perspective.
Okay, I was just gonna say.
For
like,
example, yeah. It's just the
yo.
song. The song it's based on her.
Okay.
Based on true events.
Yeah, based on a true story.
Yeah, it's not like her story and whatever. It's just like the
Wow.
concept of
Okay.
her story. It's just the concept. But
You know-
it is like about a guy and whatever.
When I heard it now, I was like, man, I don't make songs like these anymore. Like, I was like, fuck, like,
I love the warning that you gave me. Like afterwards, it's like, is this based on you? Because you stop running around with these people. And I'm like, chill.
I was like, cause like I told you, like, you stop hanging out with these bitches, man. Like,
In the streets.
you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like, if I know there's a situation like that, if there's a girl that I like that has this type of situation, I stay away because I don't want drama and cack. So I was like, okay, fine. It's not about me. It's about this song. And let me just take myself out of it. And let me just, so I was like, fuck. Because I was like, I'm not about to tell these kids, to go back and forth with these pictures out here. I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, it is. It sometimes with a song, especially when I play with the concept of a song, it's if I were to, for example, take your story, right? whatever your story is. I don't know what your story is. But like if you were to tell me a story and I would write a song based on that, I'm very big on empathy. So I would put myself in your shoes. That is how I write. So if I were in your position, that's why I speak a lot about I when I sing and all that stuff. So people assume it's about me.
It's about you. Yeah.
But it's just me putting myself in that situation.
Yeah.
And like trying to understand. Like I kind of get you, but like, you know, especially the song we're working on, it's like, I was empathetic. I understood, hey? But wake up, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you need to understand, like, yes, it's difficult for you. Yes, it's a problem, but a problem requires a solution.
That's why I ended the verse like that.
Yes.
Because I was like, nah, man, wake the fuck up, bro. Like, you know, some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Yeah. But yeah, okay, when is that song coming out? Have you got a date yet?
Sort of a rough date.
Is it?
But the target is now, it's now August, right? Yes, the 2nd of August.
Third.
No, the 2nd of my song came out. It's the 3rd of August
yes.
today. So September, October. It will actually be next month actually.
Really?
Like halfway in next month. Maybe towards the end of next month.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Are you allowed to give the title of the song? You don't have to. You don't want to. You don't have to.
No, I
you don't have to.
No, I will. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Like revealing the title of the song.
I mean, you might just change the name also. I mean.
No, we are too. Do not. The song is called Addicted. Addicted. Which is.
Thank you for having me on it as well. I appreciate.
Thank you for saying yes.
Yeah, thank you, man. Why did you ask me, bro? I'm a crazy dude. You never knew what you could have got out of that.
Look, I obviously did my research. I wasn't like, I know this guy, he's a rapper. Cool. I know a lot of rappers.
Okay.
But I listened to your things. I did my research and I was like, actually, he could suit it. And
Speak
like,
about bitches.
yeah, like, you know, you were always my first option.
Really?
Wow. I did have I had a plan B in case you said no. I had a side bitch. In case you said no.
That's funny.
No, but you were my first intended artist that I wanted to collaborate with.
Interesting.
Because I do have a few collaborations on the EP or the album, whatever I'm gonna call it. But like I wanted a song with a rapper in it, like some way. And that funny story, that song wasn't intended actually for you.
Really?
Yeah, I decided after hearing it. There's another song that will come later, but there was another song on there that I'm like, oh, I think you could do well here. And so I kind of like molded the song around including you in it.
Oh.
And then, but as you went through the mixing and the mastering processes of everything, and then we got to Addicted, and I listened. And Addicted never had a second verse. I was still supposed to write the second verse. I was just like, Johnny, I have writer's block. Just, you know, let's do the first verse, let's do the chorus. I'll record the second verse on another time. Like, I'll sit and like actively think of it. And like, the more I sat and I listened to the song, and I'm like, the song is actually nice. And I'm like, it's missing something. Again, with me missing something. And then I'm like, hang on. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Because I wanted you actually on like a more, like on a slower kind of a vibe of a song.
Oh dear.
But like, I thought like, no, this song will suit it better.
Okay.
Having a rapper in it. And I was right. Because when you sent your thing to me, I sent it to Johnny.
Yeah.
And we have these moments in studio where we have these aha moments. Where like we get like goosebumps and we like, what? Like the amount of times I've hit my hand on the desk of being like, that's the shit. That is the shit. For your verse as well, we were like, this is perfect. Now I was still thinking of myself, like, what am I gonna do if you send me a verse and it's the worst verse I ever heard in my life? Like, how am I gonna tell you? Actually,
try harder.
Could be maybe.
You're gonna go in different direction.
And I was just sitting there like playing, just let the first one be good. Like I don't have time for anything, like asking people for things. But luckily you're good at your job, so.
I wouldn't say anything if I wasn't happy with it. I wouldn't.
No, it's good.
I'll never.
No, but I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I'm too. I'm so excited. See what that does out there in these streets. How many songs do you have on your album or EP?
There was 10. But now I'm sitting with 9.
What happened to the 10th?
An artist I wanted to collaborate with is not available.
A singer?
Yeah, a singer. Which is fine. It was more of a theory. Like, you'd remember before I asked you to do this again, like I asked you a long time ago, like if you would like collaborate, you would be interested in it. And then years later, the song finally came. Now, it was the same case with him as well.
Okay.
There's a girl I would like to collaborate with still.
So what's about a girl?
It's in the air still over there, but like there was another guy that also a singer, and I haven't been able to get hold of him. And I did like check his social media and like his Spotify and stuff, and like all of his tracks that he's ever done and put out there is all gone. There's like no trace of this guy. So I think like maybe he just decided music is not his thing, and he just decided to call it.
Wow.
It's sad because I think he's talented, like really talented. But like everyone's on their own journey. It's like not for me to say, look, you have this talent, you need to push. Maybe he's good at other things. I mean, you never know. So that's fine. So I'm sitting with 9 songs now. It might become 8 even if I'm not careful.
Oh wow!
But I mean I'm hedging my bets, man. Like like I have all these songs that I have collaborations with. There will be like solo versions of them. So for example, with Addicted, I will actually do a second verse on my own, and then have that as like a bonus. A bonus track, like at the end of the album.
Interesting.
In case people don't like you, see, so I need to.
You have to have a backup, though. You have to have a backup.
Like, who is this guy? Like, oh my God, Chad, what are you doing? And I'm like, listen, calm down. He's I am joking.
Cancel this brother. Cancel this brother. He speaks about transgender.
No, I'm kidding. It's just like I feel like the collaboration that we have. That's the final boss,
Okay.
And then the version I'm gonna do of myself on my own is like the side quest. It's just to give a different feel to the song. Okay. And I have like acoustic versions of songs also coming out. I actually the day before the release, actually an hour before the song got released. You were waiting. Now, yeah.
Okay.
I was at the Jungle, which is a cool spot in Cape Town. Let's check it out. Every Thursday they have a jam session kind of a thing.
Every Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
And I've never really played the song Waiting, like with an instrument, like on the piano, with a guitar, anything. It's just like, I don't play an instrument in the song, I'm just singing it. And the people I was chilling with at the Jungle, they wanted to hear the track. And I'm like, if you wait an hour, I mean, you can hear it. And I was like, do you want to hear it on the speakers or do you want to hear it live? And then I actually put myself in the deep end. I stood by that keyboard and I'm like,
holy shit.
what do I do here? Like, how is this vibe going to go? And I played it like acoustically for the first time.
Wow.
Just with a piano. And it actually sounded so nice. It was like, I would not actually be against like releasing a stripped down version of a song.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I have to pick and choose my songs because I can't do it on every song. I would.
That's interesting. What has the feedback been like on Waiting?
Quite positive, surprisingly. I already there's a online radio station in PE, or Quebec, or PE, that I don't care about these name changes. I'm so sorry. Where this guy messaged me day of release And he's
wow.
like, please email your stuff through. And
Oh, wow.
I'm like, okay, it's good. It's a good start. I got the people from the jungle has been very kindly sharing it on the socials, and it's got a lot of traction on there.
Oh, wow.
So it's been really hectic. I so wish that my life was a bit simpler.
Meaning?
Because like I don't have a graphic designer or a videographer or photographer or everything you see on my social media, the videos that are posted, I make them myself.
Okay.
I sit there and I swear and I struggle, but I get it done because it's not my field of expertise. I literally the amount of things I Google while I'm busy with something. How do you do this? It's insane. There's no excuse to not know how to do something. Everything is Googleable.
That's true.
Everything is Googleable. And I just decided I can either sit here with the song and go and find a graphic designer, go and find this, and go and find this. Or I could do it myself. And I asked myself those questions so lightheartedly, like, how hard can it be? Very. That's the answer. Very extraordinarily difficult. Because I had all these ideas of like the theme of the track and like all the videos leading up to the release of the track. I wanted people to have this this idea of the song sort of representing myself. And if there is going to be a video, I will not confirm that yet.
Okay.
It's in the atmosphere.
To be announced.
It's being thought about. But the idea basically is of the videos building up to the release. It's sort of like the past, like past me, like, you know. And you would see there are a lot of like glitchy effects. It's almost like I'm stuck in the fucking matrix. And like I have this dream and I have this goal and I have these ambitions and I just can't pierce through the veil. Like I need Morpheus to come and tell me, like, you know, the matrix exists. It's not really real. And it's like the newer version of me, like breaking through all this glitchy vibes and this uncertainty and this how can I say, the lack of clarity. Because essentially when you watch my videos, you can't really see a lot. Like you'll see glimpses of my face. You would see like, but very, very brief. And it's very poor quality, but that was intentional because of filters and shit. And then if I have the video, I have this idea of in the video revealing like who I am now. Like I have now been through all of this shit. I am now here. And a lot of that goes with my look as well, as everyone can see. The hair is going to go. I am sorry.
Why?
Exactly. I get a question a lot. Why? And everyone asks me the question why. Because a lot of people like the long hair. And
Why don't you like long hair?
it's not about the hair.
Okay.
I do like having long hair. Sometimes women would attest to this. It's a bitch to do your hair. Washing, it's a whole day event. You should actually plan an event for doing your hair. Plan your whole day, the entire day, because that's what you're going to be doing for that day.
So what do you? Okay.
So
you're a guy. So what do you do when you wash it? Like when you have this day of washing. Like what happens?
It's either I would attempt to like blow dry it or dry it, but I am a guy. I am lazy, so I wash it and I tie it up and I go on my way. So it's been like convenient. It's like
so how is that a whole day event?
No, it's when I actually do it. And I don't do it often. Like I don't like sit with like flat irons and shit and all that. Like that is one
So
thing.
is that what you're supposed to do?
I'm supposed to, but I don't. Because I'm
But you
lazy.
don't have to.
I don't, but like it's
So what's the problem?
look. It looks a lot better when it's.
Oh, we knew.
when
But
it's
why
actually-
don't you do that for special occasions or something? Like a wedding or, I don't know, date night or, I don't know.
I like to look my best all the time, you see. Because why must?
So did you flat iron your hair today?
No. But I like this
Then
kind
what
of.
the fuck? I don't
this
see a
kind-
problem with
this
your
kind
hair.
of a vibe.
I don't see a
No,
problem.
as I said, the problem is not there.
Okay.
The problem is, I have been growing this since COVID.
Fun Rubik was here.
Yeah. And it was literally the start of COVID. It was the second week of COVID.
So, okay, fine, I'm listening.
The second week of COVID, I decided to shave my head. Not like that, but
like number two.
like number two, yeah, like everywhere. I've been told that I have a very small head. But I was like, that's just because you used to see me with a lot of hair. But, and I grew it over time, and it's what the hair represents. Like, it represents something personal to me that I won't really get into. But like,
no, let's open that door.
no, I don't be throwing.
Nah, well,
We drink water.
dude, I got time. Like, let's just open the door, just a little
crack.
just a little crack. What does it represent?
No, it represents the past, and the past has not been very kind to me over the last few years, and I'm just ready for a new chapter, and like all the things that have happened that I literally can't go into detail with. all the things that have happened sort of remind me of a whole lot of shit. And I know it sounds silly, but like to me, like the hair is a part of that. It's like it existed in that time, and
Interesting.
it feels just like I need to just break away from that part of my life, because so like we get stuck in a rut sometimes, man. Like we get used to it's like familiarity can be a killer sometimes, because we know certain things, we're familiar with it, we like it the way it is. We know certain people that we expect will be in our lives forever and a day, and it's not always the case. Things change, things happen, and I'm really struggling to give just enough detail, but not too much, about why it's such a personal thing for me just to cut my hair. But yeah, it was essentially a bet. That's how how it started. Like
A bit to grow your hair.
yeah, like how long could you grow your hair? Like I was like, you can grow your hair for like a year, 2 years.
Who did you make a bet for? With?
Friends of mine.
Okay.
And then I was like, bitch, a year to grow your hair is nothing. I've done that before. And I was like, and it was 2 years. And I was like, okay, let's go 2 years. And then I sort of missed the finish line. When the 2 year mark came, I went on.
Running.
I kept running. I was Forrest Gump in that case.
Are you still friends with this person you made a bet with?
Relatively, sort of.
Ooh, relative. Ooh. I think that's more why you have this association with this person in your hair. So
Yeah, it says people, not person.
Oh.
People. Yeah.
people's
People.
persons
And,
persons
yeah.
of interest.
Yeah, and I just decided, it's like, you know what, it's like, I do not want, it's like I want to create a clean slate for myself, but like in every sense of the word.
So don't you like the way you look now with your hair?
Oh no, I love the way I look now, but I think I look great anyway in whatever hairstyle I have, so. I don't really
Okay.
feel-
No, but okay. I'm just
Your
like
face is,
I'm just like
your face is like this, Eric.
No. I've got no problem with what you said. I've got no problem. I'm just more surprised, like, if you like the way you look with your hair, then, like, why are you making this distinguish between your past and the way you look? Is it, I mean, it wasn't like you were a bad person in that particular era, like you.
As far as you know.
You know, as far as the streets have told me. It's a different thing if you were like out there and, I don't know, doing some criminal activities, things your mama shouldn't be proud of, you know, and you're like, no, I'm changing my life now, bro. I'm gonna remove my tattoos and
Oh,
I'm gonna shave my head, bro. I'm gonna
No,
clean
I would-
slate.
I'd
So
get tattoos.
I'm just trying to understand, like, you weren't this, as far as I know, this villain.
No,
You
not
know,
at
and you
all.
want to separate yourself from this villainous image and
No, it's just like, I don't know. I think for some people it would be. This is probably why you asked me these questions, because it's complicated to understand. But for me, it couldn't be clearer. Like I'm like, this is why. I'm like, but
hey, here's a funny thing.
Yeah, but I think, look, hair grows, and I'm testament to this, hair grows very quickly. Holy. But I just feel like it's
Grows as fast as cannabis, as weed.
yeah. As far as the concept of the song also, like it makes sense, man. It's like, you know, that shit of caterpillar coming. Well, that.
I can relate to that in a sense. Okay, this might sound like a wild concept to you, but I used to have long hair also. This might seem like something that's out of a movie or
Sorry,
some...
my reaction was completely wrong. I shouldn't have been. Yes.
I long hair, I had a beard, everything, and there was a time when I made changes in my life, gradual changes, and I wanted to let go of this other version of me because I wasn't that person anymore. And then I decided, because in a sense also, this hair that I had, this beard that I had, was this mask that I was hiding behind. And I was like, you know what, fuck all of that. I made these changes, I'm not that person anymore. I don't need to hide behind this mask anymore. I'm shaving everything so this mask is now gone. And I'm really showing you who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid anymore. And that's why I decided to not only shave my hair, but my beard, everything.
Yeah.
So that's my relationship with my hair and my image. Yeah.
I understand that concept. It's not really similar. It is actually, you do understand like the concept of what I mean. Like what, as you said there, like you feel like you're hiding behind the mask or whatever, and you just want like, it's not really the same case. It's more of like the clean slate kind of a thing. Like,
no, I get that.
And putting how can I say? I don't want to phrase this wrong. It's like, as you said, like it was like a mask. It's like, that's not my intention. Like I'm not like hiding anything under here or anything. It's not like I want to show down my true self. It's just like, I don't have any association with my hair. It's like I don't want like people see you, it's like, oh, it's you the hair guy. Like I don't really care about that. I could be the hair guy. I don't care really. But I don't have this fixated thing about the way I look, which is why I don't mind cutting the hair off. Because like a lot of people will say, it's like, oh, but you look better with long hair. It's like, yeah, that is debatable. And I understand why you would say that, but like at the end of the day, it is my hair. And I can cut it if I want to.
Okay.
But it's just not, it's not of like I'm hiding, or it's just like it's the clean slate thing. It's like I want to move more into the person that like I want to be, and I mean the hair is just the start of it. It's not like the be all and all. It's just like it's a slight change in image, but it also carries with it a change in approach, a change in character, a change in a lot of things. Because in the past, which is probably the cause of a lot of anxieties, is that I have been too nice a lot of the time. And I've said this to a lot of people, and only a few people understand me when I say this. Fuck being nice.
Yeah.
Being nice will get you absolutely nowhere.
Nowhere, brother.
I was like,
Nowhere.
would you rather trust, or would you rather want to be a nice person or a good person? Because there is a distinguished difference between
big difference.
It's a nice person will sit here and be like treated a certain way and be like, you know what, I don't want to cause anything, I don't want to argue, it's like you do you. I'm gonna be the nice guy. I'm gonna be the nice guy. I'm gonna be the nice guy all the time. Things upset you, it's fine, let me just be nice. It's like, no, like if you do not stand up for what you believe in, then you are probably a nice guy. Because you don't want anyone to be offended by your opinion,
exactly,
by who you actually are. So, in essence, if you are busy bending your back over for other people to be nice, when you know in your heart of hearts this person's an asshole, this person did this, and you're just covering everything up and making everything fun because you want to be nice. You are actually an asshole too, because you're covering it up. You're covering shit up. So a good person would be like, whether you find me offensive or not, that's not okay. Fuck that. That's good. Like, imagine apartheid. Imagine apartheid people sat there and it was like, oh, let's not disturb the white people. Let's just be nice. We're fine, actually.
Let's just be nice.
No, because it was an ugly thing. People had to not be nice to get where we are today. We had to do the right thing. And the right thing is oftentimes not the nice thing to do. And I want to move away from that part of myself.
Nice
like,
guy.
I want to be a good person, not a nice person. I don't care about being nice. I always say, respect for me is like, whether I know you or not, my respect is always given. Always given, no matter what age you are. But like, the flip side of that coin is also true. My respect can be lost very quickly, no matter what age you are. So you can be 50, 80, 10, 20. If you disrespect me, then you are showing me what you think of me. And I'm not here to convince you to like me, or everything, but you will fucking respect me. Like, that is the line. And if you show me any kind of disrespect, like, you will never get my respect again. Like, it will be very difficult for anyone to just, like, you know,
once it's lost, it's lost, bro.
Yeah. And that for me is like, it's almost also there, back to the air point, it sort of feels like, seeing that you made a Dragon Ball Z reference in your, don't want to spoil it, but it felt like I've been in the hyperbolic time chamber, right? You know, when Trunks comes out and all the is super long, it's like, I am Trunks. It feels like the studio has been the hyperbolic time chamber for real. And I just feel like I wanna show a side of myself now where I will make it known where if things are not okay with me, I will make that known now. Like, I'm not scared anymore of losing anything or anyone. It is what it is now. I lay down the law of what, like, I deem to be acceptable or not. And if we can't agree on it, we can respectfully, you know, go separate ways. But it's like, we don't have to be rude. We can disagree without killing each other. It's possible.
It is.
Although people might not think that, the Karens of the world. But, so it's just a whole change in mindset, I guess.
I know what you mean, bro.
And with that, sometimes comes, you know, a new look. And I'm like, my hair's been growing for 4 years. I never have the same hairstyle for more than a year. It's impossible. It needs to change.
I know, right? I mean...
Yeah, you can do. Can I just say, when I shaved my hair off, it was the number 2 everywhere. It was the most freeing. I suddenly had so many hours in the day, and I'm like, I can just wake up and...
Somebody gets it.
I'm done.
Somebody gets it.
I'm done. Clearly
I don't even look at myself in the mirror, bro.
Precisely. Clearly your shampoo budget must be fantastic.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Wow, conditioner, shampoo. Oh my gosh. Because when I had long hair, the time you spend on your hair, and then you have to find somebody who can braid your hair, or... I was like, oh my gosh, like, and you have to first figure out, like, oh, is my hairstylist available? I have a wedding, so I can't go to the wedding if I don't go to the hairstylist. And if I train, I have to wash my hair after I train. And oh my gosh, it takes hours drying your hair, especially in winter. Like,
being in the gym with long hair, that's an asshole. Because you can tie it up, but it will come loose, and it does often. It does, and you suddenly you have a fistful of it, and you're like, and it's now obviously you're sweating, so it's like, so it's stuck to you, and
it's like, nah, man. Going to a club, going out with friends, like, oh no, I gotta check my hairstylist first, bro. I was like,
yeah, but like today, I was like, oh fuck, I have to come here, I have to do my hair, and I sat there, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna tie it up, and I'm just gonna look. As I said, it's gonna go. I don't want to say might, because it's a definite. I'm not changing my mind.
Okay, but If I can give you some advice, do it after your album comes out. You don't want to fuck up the money. You don't want to fuck up the bag, bro. Because obviously I have this look, and women like this look.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
do it after you have to promote stuff.
There will be a time. But you see, the assumption is that that I would look worse with short hair. But it's that's not really the case, because I remember being at the jungle, and then they were listening to Devil's Lipstick. And as they were listening to Devil's Lipstick, I cannot understand why this bottle would be invented like this. Sorry, side rant. So, and they're listening to the song, and obviously it was playing on, I think on Spotify, but now obviously my cover art was there. And
Oh yeah,
the
short
cover
hair,
art
yeah.
is, there's nothing here, and it's short hair, and they looked at it. Same person. And it's like, yeah, but look how nice you look there. And I was like, are you saying I don't look nice now?
Wow.
But like, yeah.
You look more Boys Next Door there.
Yeah, it depends on taste, I guess, because like there will be people who would prefer it long. There will be people who prefer it short. So
yeah, you can't please everyone.
you can't please
as long as you
everybody.
please yourself. That's the most important thing.
Precisely. With regards to hairstyles, pleasing yourself, it's a very loose term that you're using there. This is the internet, my God. Yes.
I didn't even think of that innuendo.
Yeah.
Wow, how dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? As long as you're happy with yourself and the way you look, man, that's all that matters, bro.
Yeah, precisely, because if you're gonna worry about what people think about the way you look, first of all, very judgmental. Second of all, like, it's not your decision to make.
Yeah.
Like, my mom loves my long hair. Absolutely loves it. And I'm like, I'm going to cut it. And she's like, no, not yet, not yet. I'm like, listen.
Have you got sisters?
Not related to me, no. But I do like have like sisters in law, and
Okay.
a friend of mine who is, I actually do call her my sister.
But-
She's actually, for the record, she's my sister. She's watching this, and if she hears I don't actually call her my sister, she will kill me.
But that's why your mom loves your long hair.
And I'm like, listen, you had a chance to have a daughter, you failed, you had 3 sons, so
You failed.
you failed. You gave,
Oh my gosh.
You gave up after the
Wow.
third one. They say, I think they gave, because my dad
That's
always,
wild.
my dad always wanted a daughter.
Oh wow.
So they had child number 1, boy. Okay. Try again. Child number 2, boy. Ah, fuck. Okay. Last time. This is the one. Chad comes out, boy as well. I'm like, you know what? We are cool. But he has a granddaughter now, so he should be fine.
Okay.
They have a granddaughter.
It's wild. What is the theme of your music, of this project? Is there a theme? Is there anything that you went into and said, I'm gonna have this project about this, or was it you just kept on working on and then this work of art just formed?
There is sort of a theme. It actually does tie back, excuse the pun, to the whole pay thing.
Oh.
Like the new image, and like all these songs that I've written now over the past World Cup years ago. They all, like, it stems from stories of the past, and like what I used to sort of involve myself with. Like, for example, like the song Be Busy With, right? It's loosely based on a friend. So I'm basically sticking my nose in her business.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm like airing
But-
out the laundry, right?
Okay, but obviously you're not mentioning a name. Did you ask for consent to use that story?
No.
How dare you? Okay.
Because if you listen to the song, it sounds like it's from me. From
Exactly,
my-
you'll
oh.
never know it's from
Yeah,
me. Like
no.
I was shocked. I was like, how? The deception.
I'm actually saying now it's a friend. I'm not even saying the friend's name here now.
Yeah,
And
you know what I mean.
I promise you, all my female friends will be like, "Is it me? Is it me?" And if I have more than one female friend that has that happening in their life, they'll need to pay attention to your life. Like, honestly, it could be so.
Okay, so
Caught up with
but you've never been in that situation yourself. For 5 marks.
For 5. I'm thinking. I've been alive for a long time. I need to think of. To a degree, yeah. That's why I say I could understand the concept of it, and I put myself in the shoes because, to a degree, not to that excessive degree, but to a degree, I have been in that situation before. Which is why I understood the problem behind it, because I mean, like, you experience it firsthand. But yeah, like, all of my music, I was just like, it was interesting because no one has ever asked me. You're literally the first person to ask me, what's the theme of your music? And I was thinking, and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking of all the songs that's like coming, it's lined up now. I'm thinking of lyrics, and it is literally like me, it's a way of me letting go of certain aspects of the past that have affected me, that I cannot change, and that has to be let go of. So, like, I'm literally letting it go. I'm putting it out there in the universe and hoping it makes me some money.
Okay.
So yeah, that is the general theme around the song, and you would actually see it by all the titles of the songs. If certain people hear these songs and think it's like, oh, that song's about me, or that song's about me, you know, go. I almost said something horrible.
You may continue to say it. These streets are welcoming your
but if they
language.
if they sit there and they think it's like the song's about me, it's like, you know, go fuck yourself. Honestly, I could not care if
It's like that Janet Jackson song. I bet you think the song is about
yeah. I
you.
mean, if it relates to, if you think the song is about you,
shoe
that's
fits.
more a question for yourself than for me.
Yeah.
Because why were you such a you know?
First of all, why are you putting your business out there for me to speak about?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
But it's like, it's not, I don't mean like any malice by like what I write. I'm not, these aren't diss tracks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not,
This
this
not this thing or.
yeah, but there's not Kendrick and Drake shit going on here. It's like,
But you do see dead people though.
Not in a while though.
What?
Yeah, I've been haunting free, so to say.
That's wild. They left you.
I'm actually thinking now, there was this one oh my god, I nearly thought I was gonna die. I was chilling in my brother's house, and we were watching, what was it? Nuke's Top 5 is like this horror compilation shit that you get on YouTube.
Okay.
We were watching that, and we were so focused on like what was happening on the TV, and suddenly we hear this massive pop come from the kitchen, and it's dark, right? And we look at each other, and I looked at my brother, and I was like, I don't love you. You love me. You are gonna
Go handle that situation.
But like, okay, the first time we heard the pop, both of us were just like, ignore it. That is, I find that the more things we ignore, the less problems we have. So, the second time the pop went off, then we were like, okay, actually, what the fuck was that? And it's coming from the kitchen.
What kind of pop does like?
It was like
champagne popping sound.
It was
or-
like I don't know. It wasn't like a champagne pop. It was just like something hard fell on the ground really hard, like on the tile or something, like that kind of pop. And then the third time it happened like consecutive, like 3 times in a row, like pop, pop. And I was like, that was the point where I'm like, I'm not getting up. You are gonna investigate. Channel your inner white person and go look. And he got up and he went to the kitchen to discover that the tiles in the kitchen literally popped up. Like they cracked in half and popped up, like did a thing.
What?
That's poor building quality, I guess. But that did scare the shit.
How does that just happen?
I have no idea. And it was a whole thing. I thought, this is my time. When I heard those sounds, I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna have to fight some shit now.
Oh, wow.
But no, it's been okay.
Wow. Have you ever made a song about seeing dead people? Like,
No.
based on your experiences of seeing dead people?
No. Well, people who are dead to me, yeah. But
Oh, shots fired, sneak dissing. Oh.
I am joking. Sometimes people don't understand my sarcasm and like my humor, and they think I'm literally being offensive. And if they do find me offensive, again they can go fuck themselves. But like, I said that at an event, at an event. It was my brother's wedding. I said, like, if I have anything to say and it offends anybody, and I had told them, it's like, please feel free to keep your comments to yourself.
Oh, wow.
And get over yourself, because this day is not about you. And a lot of people were like, huh. But it was more the other family, like not my family. Like my family were like, they laughed because they know my humor.
Okay.
But other people were like, okay.
Who is this fellow?
Who is this guy? Jeez.
Interesting, man. Have you got a date for your album to drop? Are you still working on a date, or are you still? How many singles are you gonna drop before the album actually comes out?
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
What's the third one called? If you wanna.
Waiting's already, and then it's your one, and then the third one. The third one.
Are you gonna? You don't have to mention the name if you don't want to.
The third one I'll keep to myself.
Okay.
The third one I'll keep to myself, but it is something a bit different. It is a song I've actually performed live before.
Oh, really?
Like I actually, intimate theatre. Intimate theatre. When it used to exist. It doesn't anymore.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh, what happened?
Why do you want people to come attack me? You want me to throw shade on all these people?
No, I literally don't know. I'm just curious, dude. Like,
Look, it fell apart. I feel, I don't know in detail why it did, but I do feel it fell apart because of just poor work ethic, really.
Oh, wow.
To have a show like that, you really need to have your ducks in a row and like to be organized and I don't think, because it needs to be entertaining and it needs to draw a crowd, because it's essentially it's a business. You are making money, giving a platform to artists, but in order to provide that platform, this needs to make money. Otherwise, it's not self-sustaining. You can't take a loss after every show. It makes no sense. It makes no business sense. So I think eventually that just fell through because of, if a crowd did come in, there were instances of perhaps unprofessionalism here and there. If I were to take the same concept, right? You have a show where you need to fill 6 slots, 6 performers, right? 3 one off, 3 the other off, right? You give each of them like whatever, how much amount of time. First of all, getting your 6 artists or performers or whatever. If you want to have just a singing thing, doesn't matter. But like, you need to scout these people.
Like research.
Like, yeah, you need to, like, I'm not gonna ask you to rap on my song if I've never heard you rap.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Who the hell would do that?
Yeah.
So, you need to, first of all, make sure these people are professionals, right? Even if they're new. You can be new, but you can still be professional. You can still have a standard. You can accept people are going to make mistakes. That's fine. I don't mind mistakes happening. But like, just have a structure, man. Like, this is how long the show is. This is what time the show starts. Not South African colored time.
Yeah.
Like, on the dot. 8 o'clock.
And it wasn't even run by.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was sometimes it would start half an hour late, sometimes even close to an hour late. And what you need to remember is there are people coming in waiting for a show to start that says it starts at 8 o'clock, for example. And then you have people sitting there waiting. Excuse the pun. And then you have bands that come over who perform there, but they arrive like 30 minutes into the show when the show was supposed to start. So a band needs to set up, a band needs to do sound checks. You would do that with all the people sitting over there. That's not a professional look.
That's not.
Your ass needs to be there before the people are there. When the people walk in, they're supposed to see the instruments set up. How often have you gone to a concert before, like a big concert?
Yeah.
So like, how often have you gone? Like, I've seen Linkin Park, right? When I got there, they weren't putting the stage up, putting the drums up. They were sorted. Like, things were organized. And I'm not saying that we need to all operate on that kind of standard, because obviously there's a fuck ton of people working there. But there is a certain level of professionalism. It's like if I tell you, listen, you're going to do 3 songs, arrive this time for your sound check. If I tell you the show starting at 8, I ask you to be there by 7:30 for you to do your sound check, right? And you get there at 7:30, right? And I'm not ready for you to do your sound check. That's on me.
Exactly.
I'm putting unnecessary pressure on you now because the point of doing a sound check is not to hear yourself before you must perform. The point of doing the sound check is to check the fucking sound.
Yeah.
You are doing something. So
Yeah.
it's if issues arise there before people are there, we can sort it out there, then and there. If you don't do a sound check before a show and sound problems happen, well, you're gonna be running around like headless chickens and just doing an all-round bad job of everything. So that, I think, ruined the experience of the audience. That's why people rarely would come back just to, unless they knew someone performing. That's when they would come. But they wouldn't just come to check out the show, which is what that kind of show is supposed to attract. Because we are trying to showcase new artists to unfamiliar faces, to people who have not heard of them yet. If the crowd is just full of their friends, and their family, then we're not really reaching out. We're not expanding there. They might go across to the other people's friends and families, yeah. But essentially, you want a stranger to walk past and be like, "Oh, what's happening in here? Cool." The last venue it was at the Youngblood Art Gallery, that was perfect.
That was perfect.
That was perfect for that.
That was pre-COVID, right?
Yeah, because you would perform and the walls are literally like glass. So people from outside could see inside. So if people are walking past to see a show, cool. If you walk past a church, which is where this venue was, the new venue. If you walk past a church on a Friday night and you hear music coming from the church, what are you going to assume? It's a church service. You're not going to be like, oh, there's a show. Let's go. Yeah. No, it's a whole old school, The Conjuring vibe kind of a church. It's
Conjuring.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was the venue. I know the venue wasn't in their control. So I'm not putting anything on them because of the venue thing. They had to pivot. They had to try something new. But the basics have to be there, man. Just like the basic standard of what the show is entailed to be. And this was the most bothersome part of it. It was the fact that you're allowing people to come showcase who they are, and then you don't allow them to showcase who they are. So, for example, you, the organizer, you invite me to come perform, right? You say, it's fine, showcase your music, showcase your artistic side, right? And then we get there and then they hear the lyrics, for example, or they see the lyrics before you perform, and then they tell you, not ask you, tell you, the song can't be performed here because of the words and whatnot. I had a similar hiccup with Devil's Lipstick. At one point I was asked, because of Devil's Lipstick's title, just because of the title, and there being a misinterpretation of the song, and you don't think the song is very, because look, it was a very Christian-based event, sort of a thing. And I get that you want to have your beliefs in place and whatever, but that is not really the time and place for that. You have your beliefs, keep your beliefs to yourself. You need people to express themselves. Not everyone that's going to come perform is Christian, for example. And I just politely told her, I was like, have you read the lyrics of Devil's Lipstick? Have you heard the lyrics of Devil's Lipstick? There's nothing to do with the devil in that song. It is a metaphor. It is used for exaggeration. It is not literally, I am singing about Beelzebub himself. I'm not. I'm really not. And I nearly got asked not to sing it there. And I said, no, I'm going to sing it and you cannot stop me.
Wait. Did you have to submit a song list before?
There used to be a time where not that I also know is not everyone was asked for a song list. I remember friend of mine, Lady Sketch, beautiful singer. She wanted to do a song from Hosea, Take Me to Church, which is, if you read the lyrics to that song, it kind of does, how can I say, it does like question a lot of things about religion and whatever. But I mean, that's her form of expression. I'm like, there's a reason why she wanted to sing that song. It's because she feels a certain kind of way. And she got told that she could not sing that song because of the lyrics. Because it's a environment where it's not supposed. And the irony of all of this is that we were told once that there were like these children that's going to be present. So, you know, no swearing. And then the show where that was told, where we weren't allowed to swear in songs, which I find baffling. Like, anyone who gets offended by a swear word in a song, pardon my French, is a fucking idiot. Because there's not a soul on earth who does not swear. There's probably a kid, but like an adult, a grown-ass adult that doesn't swear. Like, you get offended that I say the F word in my song, but you want to say the F word when you're watching the sport, that's fine. That's fine, because only you is that. No, I'm going to, people are going to do drugs now because I'm saying the F word.
Or when you stub your toe, like, fuck.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm going to knock my toe here and be like, oh, bother.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it.
Darn it.
What an inconvenience. I'm like, fuck, my damn toe.
I think I trust people more swear.
Yes, me too. I don't trust you if you don't swear. I do not.
Okay, I won't go that far to say I don't trust you at all.
No, because you are deceptive.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Then you have these.
No, look, there are people who just don't like to swear, maybe for religious purposes or, I don't know.
They don't like to swear in public.
In public, yes.
In public. But
That's a good way
But
to
at
put
home, how do we know they don't swear?
That's a good way to put it.
How do we know they don't swear? And like, even if you think of a swear word, if your mind is already going, you want to say this word. And there are certain words I stay away from when I swear. My vocabulary for swearing is the F word and the MF. That's probably my. I don't say the N word. I don't say the P word.
Really?
I don't. What other words are there? There are many. There are many.
Shit.
Oh shit! Yeah, shit's not a swear word.
Cuck.
So, again, not a swear word.
Not a swear word.
No.
In your professional opinion.
In my professional, I've done the research. No, because it's like. Okay. I guess my logic will fall flat here, but like, I just don't feel like it's that bad of a word. Shit, I'm like, what? What's the problem? Like, for example, fuck can have many different meanings.
Many.
But like...
Can be a verb, can be an adjective.
Yep.
Can be a noun. Can be a pronoun.
It can literally be anything, but we all know what the word fuck essentially means.
Yes.
When I tell you to go fuck yourself, what am I telling you? Go fornicate with yourself in the pleasure of your own bathroom. Like, it's basically, yeah. So we know what certain words mean. And I'm like fuck is a bad one. Like, if you like tell one to, like, yeah, go fuck yourself. That's bad. That's something bad to say. Calling someone a motherfucker is the worst thing you could ever say to your... I think that, in my opinion...
I don't think that beats...
Listen, it's worse than the P word. Because what is the P word, essentially?
No, but not just the P word, but the part that's attached to the P word. Your
mother's vagina. That's what that essentially translates to.
Yeah, but in Afrikaans it's different.
Yeah, I know. But essentially, it's what it translates to.
But I don't think you can say anything worse than that.
No, look, but you see, all I am saying... Like, you upset me. I say, you're MSP.
Okay.
Right? All I'm saying is that, you know what? Your mother's vagina. That's nothing.
No.
I call you a motherfucker.
What's... Okay. Interpret that to...
You are fornicating with your mother.
No, it doesn't mean that... No. It could be
or
that...
you're just fornicating with a mother.
Exactly. You fornicate with MILFs. You a MILF fornicator. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which is also, but that,
But it's not necessarily a bad thing if you somebody who fornicates with MILFs.
But if you look, I would be more offended if someone said, my father's P, because that's incorrect. He doesn't have one. So
But it shouldn't sting you even because he doesn't have one. So
Yeah.
so that's an invalid cuss word.
no, for me, it's like I don't.
Unless your father's transgendered or something.
Let's not go there. We already cancelled me early on. But like, if you, I don't get offended by people who insult me when I know what they are saying is not true.
Okay.
Because it's stupid. You called me a fucking idiot. I know I'm not an idiot. I will laugh it off.
Therefore invalid.
Yeah, invalid, null and void.
Wait.
If you if you say your mother's pee, I'm like, yes, she has one. What's your point? I'm like, it's the truth. There it is.
No, but okay.
But if you say if your father has, then it's like, it also, yeah, you kind of right. So it wouldn't sting because like he doesn't have one. So I'm like, what the fuck? What do you say?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. But I feel like swearing it's a form of love for me sometimes.
A form of love.
Yeah, because
Okay,
have you seen me
please
watch?
explain for 3 marks?
Have you seen me watch a sport already? There is a clip that must never ever see the light of day, where I was watching Formula One, and I just got like so passionate about my favorite driver at the moment, Fernando Alonso. All those expecting Lewis Hamilton, all of you can go fuck yourselves. I don't care. Might lose fans there, but I don't care. And now the questions go, why do you like Lewis Hamilton? It's like, I have my reasons, okay? I just,
Okay.
it's too long for this podcast. But anyway, I was watching Fernando Alonso racing in Brazil last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he was driving this donkey of a Aston Martin. It was so slow. And he had a Red Bull behind him. And now, even if you don't watch Formula One, you would know that Red Bull is, Max Verstappen is on top. And he had a Red Bull behind him. He had a faster car behind him. And he had to just defend for 2 laps. And this man gets past 1 lap before the end. And on the last lap, will this man decide, you know what? No, I don't accept being defeated. Hold my beer. And he repasses Sergio Perez in a Red Bull. Repasses this guy.
Wow.
And I lost all of my shit. I was like, I'm shouting, he's the GOAT. He has the drop of the blood of Jesus Christ in him. He's like, and I'm like, fuck you, Perez. Fuck you. And I said some unsavory words. But it's not like, I'm not upset at Perez. Like, I like Perez. It's just like my passion came through. It's like, fuck you. You think you can beat the GOAT? My guy. So sport brings it out in you. It's like, watch a sport you like, right?
Yeah.
Without swearing.
Yeah.
If a Man United fan will know what I mean, I am a Man United fan. The amount of times I've sworn for that team, God.
I lose my shit for MMA.
That is actually interesting. My sister, when she's watching, see, I said sister, she's into the MMA thing.
Oh, is it?
And she made us watch. It was such a long time ago, but I don't know the name, so please forgive me. But like, I watched this and I was like, this is, like initially, I'm like, this is so barbaric. I'm like, why would you watch this? I'm like, why would you do this? And then I watched it and I'm like, this is the best entertainment I've ever seen in my entire life. And I remember she was like, I think there were like 3 fights that we watched. And then the last fight was the fight that she was looking forward to, and she told us like, oh guys, I can't wait for this one. Then we're watching all the other fights and they're like dope, and it's like, okay, here we get to the main event. It's like, let's go. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
The first round, boom, done. I'm like, we waited here for so long just to see that.
But that's fighting.
Exactly, it's unpredictable. That is why I think it's so entertaining.
There's no 90-minute game, or there's no 2-hour, like 60 laps or whatever.
Yeah. There's no like time limit.
Yeah,
where you must,
like yes, there is a time limit, but
like an extension, but it can't end early.
The fight is the fight is maximum of 15 minutes, 3 rounds, but it
doesn't have to. It doesn't have to go.
You can end in the first second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can just be like, yeah, okay, touch gloves there, and then
boom,
knock out immediately.
Yeah.
Like in 46 seconds.
Exactly. exactly.
Just careful, we're on the edge of getting cancelled. On the very edge. Sorry, I felt like we've just been talking a lot of crap. We've only been sitting here.
But listen, man, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Where can people find your new song? Put it out there once again.
So, Chad Nolan, Waiting. It is on all the digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, etc. My socials are Chad Nolan Music SA for Instagram and just Chad Nolan Music for TikTok. Those are the only two I really promote because I'm not really active in anything else.
Okay.
Facebook, not so much. I am there if you want to find Chad Nolan as well. Chad Nolan Music SA on Facebook as well. But I'm really active on Facebook because that is like, I don't want to offend people, man, but like we all know that Facebook is like, there's a different age demographic that is predominantly on Facebook compared to Instagram and TikTok. So yeah, it's just a lot of people commenting on controversial things and having keyboard battles with people on Facebook. It's like Twitter. Twitter and Facebook are like I've been on Twitter once upon a time, and the chaos that happens there, wow. Like people send out legit death threats, and I'm like, guys, it was a soccer match. Calm down. Calm the fucking farm. I'm like, gee whiz. People get so insane, and like, I used to be one of those keyboard warriors. Used to be. But I'm now older and wiser. And now I see someone say something, and I'm like, okay, if you believe that 1 + 1 is 3, congratulations. Carry on with your life.
Just let it go.
Let it go. I think Keanu Reeves said something like that. He also said like he's beyond the point of arguing with people.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not here to prove my point.
Makes no sense. But so Waiting is out. It dropped yesterday.
Yes.
And go check it out, my people.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I wanted to ask something else. Waiting. Okay, so check your social media, check Spotify, check Instagram, check TikTok. Follow this guy. Check out his music. He's got not only Waiting, but he's got other singles as well out there.
5-year-old songs.
Also on Spotify, right?
Also, everything's on
Spotify.
Spotify and
YouTube as well, right?
YouTube as well.
How did they find you on YouTube?
Chad Nolan Music.
Chad Nolan Music.
Or you can just I think it's just Chad Nolan. Yes.
But just type that in YouTube, you'll find it.
It is just Chad.
You'll find it. And thank you for coming. It's been a while since we've chatted.
Yes, it's been a while.
It's good to see you again, and thank you for coming. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. as always. As always.
What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out? What you doing out? What you doing out in these streets? What you doing out in these streets, slave rule? We in these streets.